faithfully delivering value, exploring great books worldwide. Hi, this is Sally's book review. Today we're exploring the book Leftwards, subtitled A Marvel in Natural Evolution. Why on earth would someone write an entire book about something as seemingly ordinary as feathers? The author credits vultures for inspiring this book. During his research project in Kenya, he observed how vulture feathers repel bacteria, absorb African sunlight, and maintain body heat at high altitudes. These vultures sparked the author's fascination. How did feathers evolve? What significance do they hold for birds? And how have feathers permeated human culture and daily life? To answer these questions, the author interviewed paleontologists, visited feather companies, and met with artisans, ultimately creating this comprehensive work. This book reveals everything about feathers. You'll trace their evolution through dinosaur fossils, discover their commercial value from the Titanic era, and feel their unparalleled warmth in down jackets. Eventually, you'll agree. Feathers truly are an evolutionary marvel, absolutely deserving of an entire book dedicated to their story. The author Thor Hansen is an American biologist and skilled science communicator. He studied conservation biology in college, specialized in botany during his master's, and earned his PhD from a tropical agriculture institute extensively exploring nature. His fieldwork includes studying Central American trees and birds, observing predator behavior in Tanzania, protecting mountain gorillas in Uganda's Bwindi National Park, and managing bear tourism in Alaska. These experiences make him exceptionally skilled at connecting natural and human worlds in his writing. Feathers exemplifies this approach, using feathers as a lens to examine both nature and human innovation history. Published in 2011, it received acclaim from Nature, New Scientist, and The Economist. In 2012, it won the AAS Subaru SB&F Prize, followed by the John Burroughs Medal in 2013, America's highest honor for nature writing. Let's follow the author's footsteps and embark on this feather exploration journey. Travel back to the Cretaceous period to witness feather evolution. Visit the early 20th century to explore humanity's obsession with ornamental feathers. Then return to modern birds to discover their miraculous functions. First, let's explore feather origins. Their emergence overlaps with avian evolution. Want to know how feathers originated? We must first ask about avian origins, one of paleontology's most debated topics. Do birds evolve from dinosaurs? When Archaeopteryx fossils were discovered 150 years ago, shortly after Darwin's On the Origin of Species, this reptile-bird hybrid with preserved feathers fascinated scientists. Could Archaeopteryx reveal avian origins? That feather fossilization requires rare conditions. For over a century, no similar feathered fossils were found, leaving paleontologists to develop theories like dinosaur-bird evolution without conclusive evidence. Breakthroughs came through late 20th century Chinese research. In Yikshan, Western Liaoning Province, scientists uncovered fossils spanning fish, plants, insects, birds, and dinosaurs. These geological layers revealed early Cretaceous ecosystems. Professor Xu Sheng's team from IVPP made revolutionary discoveries. Feathered dinosaurs. They identified multiple dinosaur species with various proto-feather evolutionary stages, like the Bapiasaurus inexpectus, whose unexpected name reflects its surprising filament-like feathers. This massive dinosaur had primitive filament feathers covering its back and tail. Early evolutionary forms. Functionally speaking, these feathers likely couldn't enable flight yet. Professor Xu calls them dino fuzz. Soon they discovered another specimen. Microraptor zowianus, a theropod dinosaur, showed feather traces extending to wings, legs, and even feet, with central shafts and asymmetrical veins. Microraptors' feathers closely resemble modern bird feathers. Paleontologists have now identified over 20 feathered dinosaur species, showing various evolutionary stages. From primitive bristles to downy filaments and shafted veins, these fossils reveal feather evolution's path. Feathers likely evolved from dinosaur filaments, transforming over millennia from simple fuzz to complex structures. Evolving colors and patterns for mating displays, these beautifications unintentionally attracted human obsession, often fatally. Now let's explore feathers' commercial value. Join the author's Springfield expedition. At dawn, the team reaches a marsh with migrating wood ducks. The rust and carbon pattern indicates a female, he notes. Sunlight reveals lacquer-like iridescence on its plumage. This routine birding activity was organized with Audubon Society. The influential Audubon Society, founded over a century ago, coordinates annual Christmas bird counts, massive citizen science events. Initiated in 1900 by Frank Chapman, this tradition began as alternative to holiday hunting. Chapman, a banker and bird enthusiast, conducted famous surveys in Manhattan's shopping districts, documenting not wild birds, but he focused on ladies' hats in the crowd, documenting over 700 feather-adorned headpieces. Chapman identified feathers from at least 40 native bird species in these decorations, from pelicans to woodpeckers and screech owls. Any attractive feather became human adornment. Feathers' beauty holds unique allure for humanity. They weren't just fashion accessories. They embodied fashion itself. Beyond hats, feathers adorned fans, scarves, and coat trims, sparking global trade frenzies. The Titanic's most valuable cargo wasn't fictional diamonds. Insurance records show 40 crates of premium feathers bound for New York milliners. By spring 1912, feathers ranked among world's most expensive commodities. Any bird with decorative plumage became target. Humanity's feather obsession, or wealth pursuit, pushed species toward extinction. South African ostrich farms maintained million birds for biannual plucking, yet still organized Sahara expeditions for rare Barbary ostriches. Egrets nearly went extinct. 30 grams of their feathers required killing 6 adults, worth $2,000 today. Each adult killed doomed 3 to 5 chicks, sparking conservation backlash. Bird protection laws emerged across US, Canada, and Europe. WWI and changing fashion ended the plume trade era. But feathers' marvels extend beyond beauty. First, their unparalleled insulating ability. Emperor penguins in Antarctica incubate eggs completely exposed to the elements. Bar-headed geese migrate through Himalayan winds, while over 240 bird species inhabit Arctic tundra. Feathers enable survival for 300-plus species in Gobi Desert's extreme cold. Bird feathers include streamlined flight feathers, symmetrical contour feathers, stiff bristles, and insulating down. Down feathers branch from base into fluffy filaments, nature's perfect insulation. This down fills our winter jackets. The author studied cold adaptation in North American forests. Golden crown kinglets, weighing 5 grams, a teaspoon of salt, survive 17 degrees Celsius nights using fluffy plumage. This survival feat astonished researchers. Feathers warm nests of mice, bumblebees, and other species through interspecies borrowing. Humans uniquely adapted feather insulation technology through biomimicry.